Welcome back. This is the last lecture in week 8. This is lecture 8B. We're going to look at boiler combustion efficiency in this last lecture of this week. So boiler need combustion air, but it must be the correct amount. If we have too much combustion air, the excess air will go up the stack and take heat with it. This reduces the overall efficiency of the boiler, specifically the combustion efficiency in this case. Combustion efficiency is a measure of how effectively the heat content of the fuel is transferred into usable heat by the boiler or furnace itself. Several things can be measured when doing boiler combustion efficiency. The most common items are stack temperature, or exhaust gas temp, the flue oxygen percentage, the flue gas carbon dioxide percentage. Now those are the most common things that are measured. And again, too little combustion air. Too little combustion air starves the chemical reaction of combining methane with oxygen, and you end up making carbon monoxide, soot, and if you're really starving it, you do get some unburned fuel that passes through. That makes it extraordinarily inefficient because natural gas will go up the stack also, lighter than air. Now, too much combustion air. Like we mentioned before, too much combustion air, we have excessive heat, leaves with excess air up the stack, and again we have reduction in boil efficiency. Now if we go back to the too little combustion air, it's obvious why making carbon monoxide is a bad idea. Now the soot, if we start depositing soot on heat exchanger surfaces, we also reduce the efficiency or the heat transfer rate of the heat exchanger. So either condition is not good and adversely impact the efficiency of a boiler. On a well-designed boiler system, we can get down to as little as 10% excess air. That seems to be attainable. And in general, boiler efficiency increases by 1% for every 15% in reduction of excess air that we can do, or for each 40% reduction in stack temp. So those two things, depending on what we're able to achieve, we can get boiler efficiency to increase by 1%. Now, like I had mentioned before, you guys already have seen a government nomogram. Guess what? We're going to revisit this. This happens to be a combustion efficiency nomogram. If we take a look at it, down on the bottom here we have a percent flue gas oxygen level measured from 0 up to about 11%. And then on this side we have percent flue gas carbon dioxide. So depending on what we measure, so let's say I measure a flue gas oxygen of 5%, I would come to the 5 and then go across until I hit this arced line. Then I move up, just like a typical nomogram. When it crosses this border, it'll tell me the percent excess air that I have. In this case, 30%. Now I continue up the nomogram until I strike one of these diagonal lines, which represent my stack temperature. That would be the other key thing that I would be measuring in this. Once I hit the proper stack temperature, let's say in this case I had 700 degrees, which is that bottommost line. When I hit that, I go back to the left, and it'll give me my combustion efficiency. So in this case, 75%. Now, most problems are assuming that I'm going to start making adjustment to my excess air to try to increase efficiency. Now this may or may not impact my exhaust gas temp or stack temp. It'll certainly affect my percent of gases that I'm measuring in the exhaust gas. So there's the example. Currently on my measurements, I measured an exhaust stack temperature at 500 and O2 level of 5.2%. If I measure this across, come up, I had about 28% excess air. Go up to my stack temp of 500, go across, I'm currently at 80% efficiency. On the initial test, excess air adjusted to 10%. The stack temperature went to 350. My O2 level went to 2.8%. So 2.8% come across. I'm now very close to that 10% excess air. I go up to my new stack temp and across. I'm now at 84% efficient. That's a 4% increase in efficiency, which can be significant in a large boiler. So this ends the second lecture, the final lecture of week 8. When you're ready, you can proceed to assessment 8. Thank you.